It's my own fault that it's middle of the day, so it's gonna be hot, but we'll get this track session in anyway. Well, it's a toasty 90 degrees. We're just working on our warm-up now. I'm gonna do a mile, then we'll get into the 400 meters. It's a hot one. So I'm giving track mode a try on this Garmin Epix 2, I guess. And I have no idea, no knowledge at this point. Maybe I'll look it up before I finish the video later, but I'm not sure exactly what it does. It does give me meter readouts on the screen, but other than giving me those meter readouts, I don't know if it like snaps to the track or adjusts to a perfect 400 meters for, you know, a lap where it knows when I start and finish in the same location. So we'll find out if it's any more accurate. I usually just click go for a run and you know, let it do its own work, and it's pretty close. So not sure yet if track mode will be any more accurate. When I'm on a track, I don't really need to see it in meters because I literally have a lap. But we'll give it a try and see what else kind of happens in the final GPS ring, if it's any more accurate, things like that. So almost done with the warm-up. We'll go to 400 meters and get out of this heat after that. Let's go. Oh boy, I went through those pretty quick. Just don't want to stop much in this heat. So that was lap number 5. That's all we have for today on the track. Just cooling down with a walk lap right now, and then I'll do a cool down jog, and we'll talk a little bit about what I'm seeing on the Epix as far as track mode, as well as break down the workout just a little bit more, including the recovery periods between reps. Oh, it's hot and humid. Good thing this is a cutback week. Wow, feels about 1,000 times better in the shade than in the sun. So that was a 400 meter workout, like I said. I think my laps honestly were pretty fast today. I felt pretty strong as far as pushing off the ground. Like I felt like my stride length really increased. Like I felt like I was just jogging essentially in the cadence, but I was putting enough power into each step that I was moving close to like a 550 per mile pace. And I don't know if that power is coming from just being consistent throughout the last few weeks as we start to, you know, really train and ramp up miles for Chicago, or if it's coming from more consistent racing again, where I'm getting a little extra power out of the legs, or whatever I'm doing as far as the speed sessions each week, maybe the 200-meter hills last week, just feeling like I have a lot of power right now for the short distances. So that's pretty cool to feel. And the heart rate did go along with it, though. I spent some time close to about 180 beats per minute, and to climb that high for 400 meters, not bad, not unheard of, but it's definitely higher than I usually get to in just one lap around the track. So I was definitely working hard for it. But I'm gonna head back inside, get out of this heat, and then I'll put the full breakdown on your screen so you can see, again, the work period and then the recovery time in a full breakdown. So let's go do that.
All right, so we're back inside, cooled off, and I got to take a look at the times, and I was right. I was going quick. I was able to see it on my watch, but it just felt okay in the moment. It didn't feel like I needed to slow down or like I was going to be out of breath or unable to continue at those paces for the entirety of the 5 repeats, you know, at 400 meters. So I think it's a big sign. I really feel like I'm making progress, like I'm getting stronger. You know, just a couple weeks ago, I would say during those 400s, if I saw a 95-second rep, I would tell myself,
and I was a little fast, about 4 or 5 seconds too much.
And this time around, it just felt okay. It felt like it was the right pace to go with, and it felt comfortable. And again, I felt strong in each stride. I didn't feel like my cadence was picking up too much. It's just like my stride kept getting longer, or I could power off the ground a little bit quicker and get down into, again, the 5-minute per mile paces, you know, without really ramping up my cadence or anything like that. So it just felt like a strong day out there, and that's a good sign. I don't know why, I don't exactly know what it's coming from, but either way, we're making some progress, and that makes me happy. I haven't seen like a big jump or just a feeling of moving forward in a while. It's hard because it's like anything that you look at day after day after day, you don't notice the small changes until one day you finally see a big enough jump where you realize, oh, I was over here a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago or a year ago, and now I'm over here. So it's hard to sometimes see those little changes each and every day, but it's nice to make a big jump or just feel confident and comfortable at a faster pace, whether it's for a race distance or a workout or whatever it might be. So, you know, 95 seconds and 93 seconds for those reps was great for today, and I'll use that as a baseline, maybe try and slow down just a tiny bit as we continue to increase the number of reps. I don't know if I can do a 93 consistently for, you know, 8 to 10 reps at 400 meters, but maybe we'll get there by then. And either way, we can always do 98-second reps and just slow it down a tiny bit to make sure that we can go the distance through those longer periods of 400 meters. So we'll work on that and narrow it down and nail it down for future workouts. As far as the epics and the track mode or track workout, it's not really a track mode where I think like Polar or maybe Sunto, a couple of those other watches I think have a specific track mode activated that really helps lock in on a 400 meter loop. It doesn't seem like that was the case. I mean, the GPS isn't bad overall. It just essentially converted everything to meters, like not even kilometers in Garmin to meters. And that was fine when I was on the track, and when you hit the lap button, you could see, you know, everything get up to 400 meters and reset, 400 meter reset. But as a total distance, I don't really know why they would want to show you, here's 5,000 something meters for your total workout. It doesn't really make sense, at least in the US. It just seems like it should go back to miles in that case. And if you're outside the US, I don't know why you wouldn't just list it in kilometers for your total distance. But either way, it did, again, just bring that meter breakdown into your watch face. And the other thing I noticed is it didn't go by 5-second intervals. Like usually I notice, you know, my pace will jump by 5 seconds, whether I'm running, you know, an 8:30, then 8:35, then 8:40 as I slow down. It was telling me my pace was, you know, 5:57, then 6:02, 6:01, 6:07. So it was bouncing in much, I guess, finer details as far as the pace. I don't know how accurate they can really be at that level, but either way, it tries to break it down to an even closer, down to the second accurate pace. I guess that would help if I'm doing what I was doing, where I was trying to hit a very specific pace on a track for a short period of time, they try and break down your pace into more than just 5-second blocks. So those were the only real things I noticed. Otherwise, the GPS itself was pretty much inaccurate as an oval as I'll see if I just start a run and then happen to be on the track. So no other real differences that I noticed, but maybe I'll look into it some more. So thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video.